British. Tina's having Dr. Hunt's baby, but they're not sure. Some people think it's the Reverend Smith. Although it could be Blake's. He's that convict that held her hostage for 5 months. Or it could be that carnival barker. He was so cute.
Would you be quiet?
His girlfriend plays Heather.
Shh, I'm trying to watch this.
Oh, pardon me.
I want you to be
It can't be a real hair. I had a doubts in that color once.
Shh.
And tomorrow, you can be mine forever.
Oh, Dennis. Quench my desires.
Quench my desires? Who says crap like that?
Bad writing, great acting.
Kiss me. Give me one kiss to get me through the night.
Hey, that kiss could get her through the decade.
Whoa, I think she just slipped in the tongue. Can they do that?
That's nothing. I say by Wednesday, his stethoscope's gonna be hanging on her bedpost.
Well, wait a minute. It can't get steamier than that.
Oh, sure. They're probably rehearsing an even hotter scene right now.
How many times do they have to rehearse stuff like that?
Just until they get it right.
I'm worried about it.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Hi, Dr. Howser.
Hi, Lisa.
I'm glad you ran into me. I just wanted to tell you how much I enjoyed your lecture in X-ray anatomy.
Oh, good. Great. I enjoyed your question afterward.
Look, I was wondering if you might recommend some reference material. I've already read the suggested book list, and I noticed there were some others in the hospital library.
Sure, I can help you. And tomorrow, you can be mine forever.
Darling, quench my desires.
You have a way with words, darling.
Kiss me. Just give me one kiss that'll get me through the night. Oh, Dr. Howser? Dr. Howser?
Huh? Oh, sure. I'll make you a list so you can quench your thirst for knowledge, so to speak.
Thank you, Dr. Howser.
Big trouble.
Let me go over the facts. She's a nursing student. Gorgeous. She's attracted to you, and you're definitely knocked out by her. Why aren't I seeing a smile on his face?
Because of this face.
Doog, she's a nursing student. You know what they do? They give men baths. She's gotta practice somewhere, like maybe you.
Would you stop? The deal is, I love Wanda, but I have this incredible desire to see Lisa. I don't know what to do.
Wrong guy to ask. I have no scruples.
Meaning you'd ask her out.
Does the Pope wear a fancy hat?
Yeah, but you only go out with Janine.
What can I tell you? I'm an unscrupulous guy with no opportunities. Look, what are you gonna do? Go out with Wanda for the rest of your life? You gotta test the waters. I test them, except nobody wants me in their waters.
Vinny, I need some help here.
Okay. Do what I do when I'm faced with a decision. Throw a dart. If you hit the bullseye, bam, take her out. Here. Go ahead and give it a shot. Wow. Bad omen.
It was right after lunch. I was just coming down the grapevine when it started kicking in. I thought it was that damn burrito at Dinah's kitchen. You could caulk a bathtub with one of those babies.
Any nausea?
Plenty of that.
Have you had anything like this before?
A few weeks ago, but not as bad, and went away after about a day.
I'll get Weber on the horn and draw blood for the CBC.
Mrs. Lester, it's just a partial small bowel obstruction. Nothing dangerous. I'd like to admit him for a few days just to run some tests, and we'll go from there.
Thank God!
Everything's gonna be just fine, Sugar Plum.
I really thought it was something terrible. When he came home, I had to help him out of the truck. He worked so hard, and he has to drive so many miles. I'm just relieved it's nothing serious. I don't know what I'd do without him.
We'll take good care of him, Mrs. Lester. Big trouble.
You seem a little pensive, son. Anything up?
Oh, it's Vinny. I'm worried about him. He and Janine have been going steady for 6 months, and they do nothing but see just each other all the time. It doesn't seem healthy. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. Vincent seems to be much more mature since he's been with Janine. Also more scarce.
Much calmer, more self-assured. I think it's been good for him.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
You're so worried about Vinny and Janine. What about you and Wanda?
Exactly. What about me and Wanda? We've been going together for over a year, way over a year, something like 473 days. Maybe we're getting too serious. What do you think?
Your situation is a little different than Vinny's. His whole time is spent socializing. He has more of a variety of people to choose from.
Well, absolutely. Whereas I, on the other hand, with much less time to socialize, am being presented with a much smaller mix.
Now, don't get us wrong, Doogie. We love Wanda.
Oh, me too. It's just that, say in the remotest of possibilities, I were to meet someone and ask her out, That would be good for me. What do you think?
Yes. Yes. Before your mother and I got engaged, I dated quite frequently.
Quite frequently.
Well, more frequently than less frequently. Maybe frequently is the wrong word here.
Look, I gotta run. Thanks, Mom, Dad, for your always sound advice.
Next term looks tough. I hear McKeon for cardiovascular physiology is murder. On the other hand, Carlin is a flake. What do you think?
Lisa, there's something really important I want to ask you.
Dr. Howser?
So, what did you want to ask me?
Do you just want a good grade, or are you looking for a challenge? A challenge is a good thing, don't you think, Dr. Canfield?
Yes, indeed. A challenge is a good thing in life. Dr. Howser?
Well, being a freshman, I'd like to get off to a good start. But I'd also like to find out if...
My floor.
Lisa, wait. Will you go out with me tomorrow night?
Yes, of course. I'd love to.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye. The lower GI x-rays confirm what I thought. Regional enteritis, or Crohn's disease. It's an inflammation of the intestines. Now, it has a high rate of recurrence, so I want to make sure we get the right treatment going. I'm going to start you on a zolfidine and see how you tolerate that. Hopefully, you should be home within a few days.
That's great, honey. I'm going to call the kids.
Yep, you do that, baby.
Then I'm going to go downstairs to the cafeteria. I just love that place. It reminds me of when I was in high school.
Bye-bye, Sugar Plum. Miss you.
Not as much as I'm going to miss you, sweetie.
So I'm gonna be all right, huh?
Yeah. Roy, flare-ups in your condition are often caused by a lot of stress and anxiety. How are things with you? Home? Job?
Stress? Are you kidding? Things couldn't be better. Great home, great job. Life's just one humongous bowl of cherries for Roy Lester.
Honey?
Sweet cake, what are you doing here?
Baby, I was so worried about you.
Honey, say hello to Dr. Howser here.
Oh, hi. I'm Mrs. Roy Lester.
You're Mrs. Roy Lester.
The one and only.
Well, boy, what a surprise. It's a big surprise, isn't it, Doc?
Yeah. A surprise. Very surprising.
Marge, you didn't have to come all the way down here from Sacramento. I told you it was no big deal, honey pot.
What do you mean, no big deal? Wife's got to be with a husband.
But the doc here was just about ready to examine me, weren't you, Doc?
Yes. Examining. And right now is a good time to do it.
I'm just glad to see you're all right. I'll run and get a bite at the cafeteria.
You do that, honey, babe.
I didn't eat anything all the way down here. No,
not the cafeteria. Definitely not. Very dangerous. They're washing the floors real slippery. Why don't you visit our unique gift shop? They have a wonderful assortment of coffee mugs. You might even find one that says, I love Sacramento. Anyway, there's ample browsing pleasure down there.
Oh, great. A coffee mug for me, some stuff to bring home for the kids, and a copy of Guns and Ammo for my honey. Oh.
That was your wife? And the one in the cafeteria was... You have two wives, like together?
No. Just calm down. It's just one of those things.
Just one of those things?
You see, I was dating two women at the ends of my trucking route. Marge in Sacramento and Joanne in L.A. Joanne and I started getting serious, so I asked her to marry me. And then when I went to tell Marge, I started hinting around that maybe we should break it off, and she started crying. I just can't take sobbing, so...
So you did the natural thing. You married both of them.
Look, it's like this. When I stare into those beautiful brown eyes, or beautiful blue eyes, depending on which face I'm staring into, I just get all silly. But it's not like I'm a womanizer, Doc. I'm totally faithful to both of them.
And you have families with both?
Oh, yeah, wonderful family. Just nuts about them. Just look at those faces, Doc. There's Betty, and Angie, and Roy Jr. And that's Ronnie and Becky. Roy Jr.
Two Roy Juniors.
I just couldn't resist. Just such a darn good name.
Well, I guess a lot of men have two wives in their lifetime. You just chose to do it simultaneously.
Look, Doc, I know what I did was wrong. But I love each and every one of these people. God help me, Doc.
Help you?
Well, yeah, you said my condition was serious, that I shouldn't aggravate it. Please.
All right. I'll have to set up separate visiting schedules for each one, and any visitor will have to check through me, but I'll do my best.
Oh, thanks a heap, Doc. Thanks a heap.
You're telling me that this guy has a spare wife?
Hey, I'm not much better than this joker.
Come on, Doug. Ease up. The dude's married to two women. You're not even married to one.
No, but I'm about to cheat on her.
Oh, you're not. You're not even lying to her. You're just not giving her all the incriminating information she would need to think you're lying to her.
Vinny, forget film school. Go law.
Dude, you're 17, unattached. You have the inalienable male human right to play the field like a banjo. You got a hot babe drooling over you, and you're not lying to Wanda.
Yeah, you're right. You are right. Hello. Hi, Wanda. Yeah. Go out tonight? Isn't it a school night? Well, oh, I almost forgot. Vinny and I are doing something. Yeah. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're going. What is that?
Hockey.
Hockey. Hockey, we're going to a Kings game. Yeah, I've been planning it for months. Vinny's a big Gretzky fan. You bet. Okay. I miss you. Yeah. I love you. Okay, bye. Now I did it.
And did it good. I'm damn proud of you, man.
The look on your face when you bit into that haggis.
Well, at least I ate half of mine.
That's true. I promise the next Scottish restaurant we go to will be McDonald's.
I had a really good time, Doogie.
Yeah, I did too.
So, how about tomorrow night?
Yeah, sure. That'd be great.
That's a relief. You see, I was kind of seeing somebody. You know, when he asked me out, and I told him about it, and he had a big problem, so we sort of broke up. Anyway, it wouldn't have been right to go out behind his back.
No, of course. That wouldn't have been right.
It didn't really matter to me, because I knew we'd hit it off. And we did. I'm just glad there's a future here. You make me happy, Doogie. Are you all right?
Yeah, it's the haggis.
See you tomorrow night.
I'm gonna have a consultation with Dr. Weber at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
He should be out of surgery by then, and we should know more about... But let me go back and see if he's through with his endoscopy yet. You can wait in here. You can see him in about 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
15 minutes would be great. Mrs. Lester, you're early.
I am?
Oh, yes, you are. You can only see Roy for about 5 minutes now.
All right, Dr. Howser.
He still has to have a lower endoscopy and a CT, and then you can see him after that. But for now, just 5 minutes. Great? Great. Great. 13 minutes. Okay, this is nuts. Now I've got Joanne in the flower shop and Marge looking at babies in the nursery. The endoscopy showed severe ileal inflammation. Your condition is getting worse, and I am a wreck. Look, Roy, you have got to tell them.
I can't.
If you don't, I'm going to have to slice you open. Okay, look, you've got two problems here. One is legal, the other is medical. If one doesn't get you, the other will. So if not for decency or morality, do it for your health and maybe have a chance at a future. It's time to face the music, Roy.
Yeah. Okay, maybe you're right, Doc. I'll tell Joanne. No, maybe Marge. What about Joanne?
Oh, you want me to pick?
Okay, all right, Marge. I married Joanne first. It's only fair that I stay with her.
Wait a minute, you're not going to tell them both?
Lose everything? Are you crazy? I'm just gonna divorce one.
Well, it's a start.
Hi, Doogie. I'm ready.
Hi. Can we sit down and talk?
Sure.
I don't exactly know how to say this.
Say what?
Listen, I really like you. And I've never had a better first date. But there was something I should have told you before that great first date. So I might as well say it now. I'm going with someone.
Is this a joke?
No.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because I was chicken. I didn't know how I'd feel about you. But now I do know how I feel about you, and I'd like to see you again.
Well, I don't want to see you again.
Why not? You said you really liked me.
Because if you lie to your girlfriend, eventually you're gonna lie to me. And that's not the kind of guy I want to get serious with.
Lisa, wait. She slapped me.
Her feelings were hurt. I think what you didn't anticipate was how much this girl really liked you.
I really behaved like a jerk.
Oh, let up on yourself, son. You're only 17. This is how you learn the lessons of the heart.
I guess the right thing now is to tell Wanda.
I wouldn't. You'd just be easing your mind at someone else's expense.
That's your advice? To lie?
No, I am not advising the boy to lie, Catherine. I'm just suggesting that there are times when it is not always wise to confess the whole truth.
Oh. Am I to take it then that you have certain secrets you're not telling me?